Hello and welcome to Shenandoah High School. This is Justin Rich alongside Craig Sebring to call tonight's action for you guys. Got two great games lined up, the JV and a varsity match. Shenandoah Zeps against the Garaway Pirates. Craig, what kind of lineups do we got here?
For Garaway, we have number 12, Jensen Garber, I should say. Number 20, Gabe Amicone. Number 21, Jackson Ruffensnyder. Number 25, Ethan Miller. And number 44, Winston Troyer. For the Zeps, we'll start out with number 3, Cale Bond. Number 12, oh wait, they changed the lineup here. Actually, they're starting out with number 12, Xander Fairchild. Number 40, Dylan Bennett. Number 35, Nathan Van Fleet. Number 31, Cade Irvin. And the big man down the middle is number 45, Alden House.
Zeps come into tonight's ball game with a record of 3-3. Win last week against Caldwell, and we don't have any information here on Garaway. It looks like we're getting ready for a tip. Garaway controls, looking to get into half-court action. Garber at the point. Looking to work it inside to the post. Reifenschneider looking to swing the ball around the outside. Amicone penetrates, kicks. Shot up by number 21, Jackson Reifenschneider. Pilots out to an early 2-point lead. Nice cut there by Dylan Bennett to work on the block. Stolen there by Garber, coming the other way. Transition. Finds a guy on the baseline, kicks it out. Shot up by number 12 off the back rim. Rebounded by 21. Reifenschneider up a little strong. Another offensive board by Garaway. Now 3 off the bank by number 12, Jensen Garber. Looks like the Pirates are coming out matchup man. Shenandoah's going to try to work the ball along the outside, try to find some cutters. Fairchild with the 3 off the back rim. Rebound by Ethan Miller for the Pirates. Coach Daren Yosick for the Pirates calling a set. Had a man inside, was a little strong on the pass for the Pirates. 5 minutes and change left in the first quarter. Garaway 5, Shenandoah 0. Shenandoah working the ball around the outside. Cade Irvin penetrates, gets up, shot off the bottom side of the rim. Garaway coming the other way with it. Nice drive there by number 12, Jensen Garber. Foul on the play, looks like number 12, Xander Fairchild. Garber's going to go to the line, shoot 2. Craig, I know it's early, but it seems like Garaway, they really want to push the tempo tonight.
Yeah, both teams are playing man-to-man tough in their face basketball, and both teams want to run. It just depends on who's going to control the other team. So
yeah, I know from talking to both Coach Van Fleet and Coach Smith for the Zeps before the game, they expect that in both games tonight. They look for Garaway. Garaway's deep. They're going to like to run and push, try to wear down the Zeps. Off on both free throws there. Good board by Cade Irvin.
Number 3, Cale Bond's in the game now, replacing Xander Fairchild.
Looks like they're going to get Reifenschneider with the foul on the top of the key against Nathan Van Fleet.
And they're playing their in-their-face basketball. As you can see, everybody's up in their, face, trying to get the ball, quick steal, things like that. So,
yeah, Garaway's meeting them at the half-court line, and they're not denying. Oh, nice play there by the Zeps. Get Nathan Van Fleet under the hoop there. Blocked by Garaway big man. Zeps are really working to get the ball inside. That was their recipe for success last week in the JV game against the Caldwell Redskins. Alden House had a big game with 14 points. A lot of them came on the block as Garaway steals the ball, coming the other way. Dish outside. Shot a little long there by Amicone. His last touch by the Pirates.
Garaway come out in a full court man-to-man press here. Looks like Joel Radizak, number 50, is coming into the game now.
Radizak coming in for Kate Irvin. Zeps shuffle around their positioning on the court. Zeps pushing the ball. Kale Bond looks to attack. Took the ball to the rim. Looked like Garaway got a piece of it. I think it might have hit off Kale before he went out of bounds. Garber brings it up, enters it into the offense. Good back cut there.
Good steal.
Yep, tipped away by the Zeps. Nathan Van Fleet bringing it the other direction.
Both teams are playing very tight defense. That's what they're looking at. Yep. And we got another turnover.
Zeps doing a good job moving without the ball. We just haven't hit the open cutter yet. That last play looked like Joel Radizak had a real nice cut to the bucket there. I think that pressure Garaway's applying is making it hard for our guards to see those cutters. Garber brings it up. Looks to swing the ball to the wing. We've got a three. It's in there. Number 50. We don't have a number for, or we don't have a name to go with number 50 here tonight. Number 50 for Garaway with the three. Sander bringing it up, getting it to Alden. Swings it to Van Fleet. And Shenandoah being patient, look for inside cutter. Hit Radizak on the inside. Tried to go to that block-to-block pass, tipped away by Garaway. Garber bringing it up. Get Reifenschneider there with the travel. Garaway going back to the bench. We'll sub out Garber for number 25, Ethan Miller. Little Zeps, nice fast break. Dylan Bennett.
Good finish.
Yep. Number 50, I think altered a shot there. Reifenschneider with a nice strong take to the rim.
Got about 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter here. We got Garaway ahead, 8-0.
They got Dylan Bennett with the foul on that play. Off the front rim on the first one for Reifenschneider. Garaway's 0 for 3 so far from the free throw line. Shenandoah still struggling to find out what the equation is to get the ball in the bucket on the offensive end. There's
the first bucket.
Reifenschneider makes it. He will check out. Number 20, Gabe Amicone coming back in the ball game. Garaway's got a lot of height. Look at their guards out there against our guards. They got 4 or 5 inches against them. They look to apply full court pressure. Kate Irvin brings it up, breaks the press, looking to penetrate. Spins off the glass, a little strong. Alden House with the offensive rebound. Up, around the rim. Alden will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one up and in for Alden. Second one good as well for Alden House. Miller brings it up for the Pirates. They're tipped away by Aldenhouse, looking to push. Here comes the Zeps. Cade Irvin bringing it up the right side, drives, kicks it to House. Had his heel on the out-of-bounds line. Garber back in for the Pirates. A little down screen to start the offense for the Pirates. We've got some back cuts. A lot of similarities between what the Pirates are trying to do and what the Zeps are trying to do, with a lot of pass and screen away action. We got another 3 up and off. Nice rebound there by Cade Irvin, looking to push. Penetrates and kicks to Aldenhouse. Nice little jumper from the dead spot for another deuce.
Yeah, both teams are running like a spread offense where they're getting all the cutters in and so forth. Looking to penetrate or looking to dish off to somebody.
Miller short on that little jumper. Cade Irvin again bringing it the other way. Cade penetrates, finds Aldenhouse again on the baseline. A little long. 1 minute left. Pirates 9. Zeps 4. Here comes the Zeps the other way. Cade Irvin with a nice drive, nice little left-hand finish. Cade's first bucket of the ball game. Zeps have done a great job cutting into that early lead by Garaway. He's been patient. Garaway might be content to chew a little time off this clock here. They work the ball around the outside, hold for the last shot of the quarter. 17 seconds left. Ten seconds left. Garaway's getting into a set. It's looking like they're looking for a high elbow screen. Garber works on Cale Bond. Shot short. Offensive rebound by number 10. Cole Fisher at the buzzer. So at the end of the first quarter, we got the visiting Garaway Pirates 11 and Shenandoah Zeps 6. We're back after a short break. All right, we're back for some second quarter action here at Shenandoah High School. Our JV matchup against the Garaway Pirates. Garaway jumped out to an early 8-0 lead. Shenandoah kind of buckled down defensively, cut that down to a 5-point lead here at the end of the first quarter. Garaway leads 11-6. Shenandoah is going to get the ball here to start the second quarter. Garaway's matching up man. Mason Stottsberry in for the first time for the Zeps.
Along with Austin Perkins.
Mason, nice little take off the rim, a little long. Garber setting up the offense. Number 42, Miller with the 3. Good for the Pirates. Here they come with that full court man pressure. Stottsberry breaks the press, gets it to House. That little corner jumper off. Perkins, they're going to get him with the over the back there. Comes the Pirates again. Looking for some down screen. Kick it out to Miller again. Penetrates. Gets to Garber for 3 off the side rim.
Another foul over the back.
Yep, they're going to get number 20, Gabe Amicombe, coming over the top there on Cade Irvin. Similar situation just happened to at the other end with Austin Perkins there.
Garaway press and a man-to-man press.
Great press breaker there by the Zeps. Alden House, nice easy layup and one for the big fella. That was really good recognition by the Zeps there. Coach Van Fleet called that play. They saw they were pressing up. They had only one guy back on the other side of the half court. Little sideline flash action, gets to the cutter in the middle. Nice pass by Mason Stottsberry to find Alden House for the easy layup. Alden knocks it down, but they're going to get him for stepping over the line. They'll wave that free throw off. 6:05 left in the second quarter. Garaway 14, Shenandoah 8. As Garber looks to attack, good defense there by Cade Irvin. Put some pressure, forcing him back towards half court. 44 is left uncovered under the bucket. Alden House, good defense, straight up. Altered the shot. Mason bringing it the other direction. Cade Irvin for three. Missed right. Controlled by Garber. Looks advanced there. Mason Stottsberry with the quick hands. Gets the pick. Works on Garber. Nice little jump stop. And we have Garber with the foul. Stottsberry's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Mason's been a nice little spark here for the Zeps in the second quarter. Looks like we're going to get a 30-second timeout here for Garaway. We'll stick with you. Yeah, Mason split between JV and varsity.
Yes.
So he has a limited number of quarters. Each player can only play 5 quarters per night.
I think they changed it to 6 this year.
Is it?
Because of the COVID and everything, yeah.
So his time is limited, but he came in here in the second quarter, so let's see him for most of the quarter. Just provides that little more experienced ball handler for the Zeps and really help them break this press. Nice to see 2 possessions in a row, getting it right down there and getting to the rim.
He also gave a little spark last week versus Caldwell too when he came in the game. So it was really nice for him to step up like that.
Yeah. And again, this is only the second game in a row for the Zeps that they've had a full roster.
Yes.
The first 4 games.
Actually, it's not since Cambridge, from what I found out.
Yeah.
This is the first time since Cambridge, because I know Tice Duvall was out for the Caldwell game, and they haven't played since there. So.
Yeah, I'm saying for everybody, JV and varsity.
Yeah, everybody. Yes, definitely.
This is the first game all year. Mason sinks the first. Sinks the second. So we've got Caleb Scott in the game for the Zeps. Miller brings it, swings it. Dylan Bennett guarding Keyshawn Miller.
Ooh. He was good until he brought his arm down.
Yeah. It was good defensive position. Yeah, just got a little extra skin with all that ball there. So Keyshawn Miller for the Pirates will go to the free throw line. Knocks down the first one. Bennett's going to come out. I believe that's his second team foul. Second personal foul. Xander Fairchild into the game for the Zeps. Miller makes the second. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Garaway 16, Shenandoah 10.
Garaway looks like he came out into a 3-2 zone. Try to slow the Zeps down a little bit because most of their shots have been inside.
Shenandoah makes the adjustment, come out in this 2-guard offense. Cade Irvin in the middle, both bigs in the dead spot. Shenandoah being patient, rotating the ball around, looking to work it inside. Had him there. Cade Irvin had the ball tipped away there by number 21, Reifenschneider. Garaway had a wide open layup there, a little off balance by number 20, Amicone.
Nope. Miscommunication there. Austin Perkins back in for Caleb Scott. Garaway went to that zone and Zeps adjusted, but they're not passing the ball very well, making turnovers right and left. So hopefully they'll fix that here in the next couple possessions.
Good help side defense there by the Zeps. Forced Amicone to change a shot. Gets his own rebound though.
Yep.
Kicks it out to Miller for a deep three. Finds the bottom of the bucket. Another three by Keyshawn Miller. Garaway sticking in that little zone. Shenandoah's working the ball around the outside, being patient, finding the crease in the zone. Nathan Van Fleet with an open three. Matches Mr. Miller with a three of his own. Garaway looking to push. Advances it to Miller, looking to get it inside.
Good box out by Mason Stotsberry. Got the over to back call.
That was Winston Miller. Missed the bunny and then got the foul. Got some subs here for both teams. 3.5 minutes left in the first half of the ball game. Garaway with a 6-point lead over the Zeps. Garaway dropping back into this half-court 3-2 defense. Shenandoah being patient, looking to work it inside. Get it inside to Cater, and ball stripped away there by, is that number 12, Garber?
Yeah. Then a foul on Kate Irvin for reach. The key thing about breaking the zone like that is you got to pass the ball and get in those gaps. Shenandoah is just standing around right now and watching everybody else move.
Garber brings it up, working on Mason Stotsberry. Gets kicked out to Keller. Keller on the runner, off. Controlled by Fairchild, coming down the left side of the court. Looking to attack. Picks it to Van Fleet. Knocks down another. Nathan Van Fleet, nice little spark. 6 quick points here in the second quarter. Cuts the Garaway's lead down to 3. Miller on 3, a little strong. Nice board by Mason Stotsberry, looking to push. Xander Fairchild for a 3 of his own. Off the back rim. Controlled there by number 21, Reifenschneider. Garber looks to push for the Pirates. Kate Irvin on the guard there. Skip pass to Garber. Nice little hop across, a little strong on the attempt there. Zeps looking to slow it down, getting a set. They recognize that zone defense. The Pirates have thrown at him. Good, they work the ball inside to Kate Irvin. Nice little drop step. Looks like they're going to get number 21. Jackson Reifenschneider there with the body on Kate Irvin. You know, against this little zone, that inside pass has been there.
Yes, it has.
And I think that the more if Garaway's going to stick with that inside out action is going to come into play. Van Fleet, and if he continues to stay hot, Xander Fairchild, he can shoot it as well. Stotsberry can shoot it. So we'll see how long Garaway stays in this zone. Cade knocked them both down. We'll get Cade for Kale. As Kale Bond comes back in the game for the Zeps.
We got a 1-point game now.
Yeah. Shenandoah made the adjustments there when Garaway came out in that zone. That odd front zone. Shenandoah came out with an even front offense. Worked the ball around the outside. Found the soft spots in the zone. A couple strong moves to the bucket. 2 threes in a row and a set of free throws. We got a 1-point ball game. As Miller answers just another 3 ball.
He's pretty hot right now from the outside. Looks like the Garaway went back to man-to-man.
Shenandoah's recognizing. Now they're back in their man offense. Looking for a cutter. Got Van Fleet on a nice cut. Up and in. Got that with a little love tap even there from number 10, Fisher. Strong take there by Miller. Out to Fisher. Off the front rim. Gets his own rebound. Good hustle there by Mason Stottsbury, fighting in amongst the big fellas. Comes up with the jump ball, but possession will stay with the Pirates. Under a minute left in the first half. Garaway with a two-point lead. Important to note, Garaway is in the, Shenandoah is in the bonus, that is to say. Back to the corner for Miller. Off the front rim. Cale Bond controls the board. 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Stottsbury brings it up. They're going to get Shenandoah. I think Xander Fairchild had a foot out of bounds there. The pass was made to him. So 39 seconds left. Garaway brings the ball the other direction. Good help there by Joel Radizak. They're going to get him with the foul, but that was great help, because otherwise that was going to be an easy two, as Mason Stottsbury was trying to front the big fella, Reifenschneider, giving up 4 or 5 inches on him. Nice little lob entry pass to him there, but Joel came down, did what he was supposed to do with the help side. So Reifenschneider misses the first. He misses the second. Ultimately, yeah, it was a great play by Joel Radizak, saved 2 points. 20 seconds left in the first half. Garaway and man. And they're going to get a foul on Garber. And that's going to send Mason Stottsbury to the free throw line with 18 seconds left. So Shenandoah with a big opportunity here with the clock stopped to get 2 points. Mason Banks in the first.
Banks open again tonight?
I think so. That special Christmas schedule they got
Tuesday
going on.
out, yeah.
Banks in the second. Zeps tie this thing up with 18 seconds left in the second quarter.
Picking up the pressure a little bit, half court here, because of the time frame.
Mason meets Garber, is working on him. Looks like got a little elevator screen action there by the Pirates for Keyshawn Miller, the hot hand for the Pirates. Got a little jumper by the Pirates, and it is off. And that's going to bring our first half to an end here in Sarasville. The Zeps tie it up at 22 all. We'll be back in a minute. All right, welcome back to Shenandoah High School as we get ready to start the second half of this JV matchup against the Garaway Pirates and the Shenandoah Zeps. Tied right now, 22-22. Started off lopsided to Garaway, got out to an early 8-0 lead. Shenandoah's fought and grinded back and tied it up here at the half. Craig, got some stats here for us?
Yeah, the leading scorer for Garaway is Keyshawn Miller. I think he came off the bench. He's got a total of 12 points out of the 22. A lot of three-pointers. He had 3 of them. He got hot there for a while there. And then the leading scorer for the Zeps is Nathan Van Fleet with 8 and Alden House with 6. So both are contributing to the 22 points. The key difference between the game right now is the offensive rebounds, because I have Garaway with 5 offensive rebounds to our 1. That's a big difference. They're getting more than 1 shot down there. So.
Yeah. And the turnovers, too. I got Garaway with only 3 turnovers and Shenandoah with 10. And again, that was early on for the Zeps. They've really tightened it up and steadied the ship to knot this thing back up at 22. Garaway's a deep team. They're going to look to run and push. Shenandoah, we're finally back to full strength. We got everybody here on the JV lineup. So I think we can go kind of toe-to-toe with them as far as they want to go deep to their bench. We can as well. So it's going to be an interesting second half of basketball here for the Zeps and the Pirates. I want to give a quick shout-out to our game sponsors, Crum Richard Insurance, Caldwell Food Center, Braden Med and Gillespies Drugs, RJ's Cafe, Wings, etc., Dandy Beef Company, and Holly Ann Photography.
Looks like the Zeps are going to start off the second half with the ball. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Van Fleet talked anything about putting pressure on them, maybe press a little bit, pick them up maybe three-quarter court or something like that, see what can happen and everything. Garaway's going to come out in either their typical man or they're going to make them out in that 3-2 zone again. So we'll see what they do.
Assistant Coach Nellie Eachling out there giving them a couple words of advice before second half action starts.
Looks like they're going to come out man-to-man for Garaway here.
Yep. Fairchild gets the offense going here. Nice cut by Nathan Van Fleet. Little shot off the block. Good for 2. Zeps take their first lead of the night, 24-22, or early second half. Garber running the offense here for the Pirates. Nice little lob pass inside of the big guy, Reifenschneider. Shenandoah's trying to front the post. Nice little lob pass over top. Shenandoah, good ball movement, good footwork moving without the ball. Nathan Van Fleet, strong on 3-point attempt. Good rebound by Garber, looking to push ahead. Layup off by number 20, Amacone. Good hustle back there by the Zeps to not give up. Easy shot. Zeps working the ball around the outside. Kate Irvin with a little penetrate, kick it out to Dylan. The Zeps looking to get the ball into the post as well. Alden House a little strong on that. Here comes Garber the other way for the Pirates. Pulls up from the elbow, off. Xander Fairchild with a rebound. Kicks it ahead. Dylan. Nice block there by Amacone.
Yeah, it's a good hustle back and everything by Garaway. Nice look by Fairchild, getting the ball down court.
So it'll be Zep ball under their own bucket. Van Fleet to take it out for the Zeps. Little screen up, roll back for Joel Radizak. Off the glass, off the side rim. Coming the other way for the Pirates. We got a 3, and it's good. For number 20, Gabe Amacone. Guard pass there, ball went through the hands of Fairchild. The Pirates will get the ball back. A 3-point lead with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Pirates get it in. Again, Garaway with a big height advantage over the Zeps here. Trying to work the ball inside. Nice deflection there by Dylan Bennett. Good hustle there by Cade Irvin to kind of corral the loose ball, and they're going to get number 10, Cole Fisher, with the reach in for the Pirates. Bond brings it up, looking for that high elbow screen. Gets it from Radizak as he tries to roll. Zeps swing the ball. Irvin with a strong drive. Looks like they're going to get Fisher with another foul. Just 2 quick fouls on Fisher to start the second half of the game. Now send Irvin to the stripe for 2. Sinks the first one.
Weston Miley making his first appearance tonight.
Okay, good on the second one. Garber looks to push. Picked up by Bond. Garaway with a lot of movement, pass and cut. Amacone works up top. They're going to get him with the double dribble. So as the Zeps turned it over on their end a couple possessions before, Garaway returns the favor. Bond bringing up, nice high ball screen by Weston Miley. They're going to get Kale with the travel. 4 minutes and change left in the third quarter. Garaway 27, Shenandoah 26. Bond picking up Garber at the half-court line. Good defense by the Zeps. They were going to get good job there by Kale Bond.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He's battling inside with a guy probably a foot taller than him, and did not let him get the ball.
But Garaway's going to get a timeout here. They're going to take a full. We'll take a break with them.
That was good defense.
All right, and we're back. Just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Pirates hanging on to a 1-point lead. Looks like Pirates are going to pick up full court man now. Try to apply some pressure again to the Zeps. The Garber's going to pick up Kale Bond full court. Try to apply some pressure to the young freshman. Good job handling it there, finding another ball handler. Irvin with the ball off his foot. Good hustle there by both the Zeps and Pirates. Looks like we're going to get a jump ball.
That's going to be Garaway's ball.
Garaway's coach has some questions here for our referees.
I think his main concern is, was it a back court before the jump ball happened? And I believe that number 21 touched the ball first before it went back court. Yeah, and that's why it's not over and back then.
Yeah. Either way, Garaway with the ball. They attack number 25, Ethan Miller back in the game. You get the Garber in the corner. Skip pass to Fisher. Miller with penetration.
They're going to get Kale Bond, looks like, with the foul.
So it looks like here in the second half, Garaway's kind of come out with the game plan. They're going to pass and screen away, and they're going to try to get into some matchups that they like, trying to post up on some of Shenandoah's smaller defenders, try to take them to the rim. As Miller misses the first free throw. Miller long on the second. Good board there by Kate Irvin. Kind of controlled there. They're going to get Garaway player with the foul. Didn't catch the number on that.
I think it was Miller. 21-5 that came out.
Could have been. That is Garaway's 4th team foul with 3 minutes and change left in the third quarter. Again, they're hanging on to that 1-point lead. So we've got to clean up on aisle 5. Got a referee and
looks like blood. Must be on Kate Irvin or something, or somebody.
Maybe Dylan Benny's checking out of the ball game. I don't know. Heading down there to Curb.
Bennett.
Yep. Curb's going to patch him up. Looks like, yeah, also number 21.
Reifenschneider.
Yeah, Reifenschneider.
Must be something on his elbow or arm or something.
Blood everywhere. Irvin controls for the Zeps. Shot they faked there by Bond. And they're going to get Garber with the bump. Yep. So 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Bond to the line for 2. Strong on the first. Off the right rim on the second. Controlled there by number 44, Winston Troyer for the Pirates. Garber attacks, nice little crossover, gets into the lane.
On Cale Bond again.
Yeah.
Xander Fairchild in for him.
So Garaway will take the ball out under their own bucket. Just under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Get into Garber, look at that quick post up. Amicone off on that shot. Good hustle there by Weston Miley to control the board.
Got the rebound and then turned it over.
Yeah. Tried to dribble it instead of get it out to a guard. Ball off his foot. Garaway ball underneath. Garaway swinging around, trying to look to Garber, backside corner. Good ball movement there by the Pirates. 50 off on the 3. Amicone gets the board. And here we'll get Joel Radizak, number 50 for the Zeps, with a foul.
Amicone's been doing a good job on the board. He's got 4 offensive rebounds so far.
Yeah. Again, Garaway's got the size advantage. Amicone, he's got some nice height. Then, yeah, number 44, Winston Troyer, and the number 50. There's some big bodies down underneath, moving Shenandoah's post players around. And again, as we alluded to there at halftime, offensive rebounds, that's been the difference maker, and also turnovers. Past couple possessions, Zeps have been a little careless with the basketball. Amicone misses the second. Good board by Joel Radizak. Xander Fairchild initiates the offense. Nice cut there and pass. Kate Irvin misses on the bunny underneath. Garber looking to push. Finds Amicone. Ooh.
Good idea.
Yeah, I think they're going to say Shenandoah tipped that one.
Oh.
It looked like maybe Xander got a piece of it. Either way, good defense, because Garaway had a guy, number 4, Keller. He was wide open there in the corner. Garaway's going to come out in the stack. Amicone to the rim and 1. Little miscommunication there by the Zeps. Who had who coming out of that stack lineup. So 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Garaway looking to add to a 3-point lead. Amicone converts 3-point play. 4-point lead for the Pirates. Fairchild working on Garber. Kicks it, ball poked away there by Keller. Irvin looks to swing it. Radizak controls in the corner. Van Fleet for 3, knocks it down. Nathan Van Fleet, that's his 3rd 3-pointer of the game tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Cuts the Garaway lead down to 1. Garaway looks to attack. Good defense there by Joel Radizak. Stop the baseline drive. Cuts off the baseline drive again. He's going to force a turnover. Great hustle there by Joel. Back-to-back defensive plays. Going to give Joel a breather here with 1:24 left in the 3rd. Again, Garaway back to clinging on to that 1-point lead. Xander brings it up, gets the high ball screen there from Aldenhouse, rolls into the post. Zeps looking to enter it. Xander works baseline, a little fadeaway, off, kept alive there by Austin Perkins. Good
rebound,
hustle.
yep.
Kate Irvin with a drive, and it looks like they might get number 21, Reifenschneider, there again with another personal foul. Garaway's 6th with 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. One more foul from the 1-on-1. Nice play. Ooh, good block there by Reifenschneider. Ball stripped away. All right, loose ball there. They're going to give a jump ball. Possession's going to stay with the Zeps. Garaway having active hands when Shenandoah tries to penetrate to the rim. Seems like they're always getting a hand on the ball, knocking it away. Nathan Van Fleet going to take the ball out for the Zeps. Nice little flash by Kate Irvin.
Got the foul.
Yeah, that's the 1-on-1. Cade's going to go to the stripe for the Zeps. That was a nice, smart play. Saw a little communication there between Nathan and Cade. Nathan giving him some love there. Great move by Cade Irvin, grandson of Randy and Gwen Irvin. I'm sorry, Randy and Gwen Archer, Carlisle, Ohio. Cade makes the first.
That's the first tie of the game, isn't it?
No, Shenandoah had a lead. Well, it might be the first tie. Shenandoah had a lead there a little bit
did
ago.
they?
Yeah, Shenandoah had a 1-point lead there at one point.
That's been a good back-to-back battle. Both sides, yep.
Cade giving the Zeps the lead once again. Under 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 31-30 Zeps. Shenandoah coming out man. Good defense
nice block,
by Austin
yes.
Perkins. Got both hands on the ball. Garaway recovers. Getting back into their set. Shenandoah needs to settle down, getting help side defense. 1 foot in the paint. Good help there by Aldenhouse to deny the cutter. Good defense there by the Zeps. Coach Van Fleet wants 1 shot here before the end of the quarter. Xander looking for the high ball screen. Gets from Perkins. Nice drive. Stripped away there by Keller. Ball's going to stay with the Zeps. 7.8 left on the clock. Nice pass, nice find there by Nathan Van Fleet, blocked by Gabe Amicone. Nathan's going to take the ball out again for the Zeps. Gets the play from Coach Van Fleet. Nice play by the Zeps to get it in. Xander with a nice shot, up and in.
Xander Fairchild.
All right. The end of the third quarter, Zeps, biggest lead of the ball game, 3 points. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in a moment. Rich alongside Craig Sebring as we start some fourth quarter action here. Shenandoah really fought back, had a strong third quarter, take a 3-point lead over the Garaway Pirates.
Yeah, the Zeps outscored the Pirates this last quarter 11-6 to get that little 3-point lead at the end there. So.
Garaway's been real aggressive on defense, so I think the key thing to keep in mind, keep a watch on here as the fourth quarter starts off. Miller strong on the 3, Garber with the board. Is the team fouls. Garaway's in the bonus. They've committed 17 fouls, so Shenandoah shooting free throws on every foul from here on out. Good defense by Dylan Bennett to poke it away. Mason Stotsberry hustling around there. Going to get him a little hold there against Miller. Keyshawn Miller's had the hot hand for the Garaway Pirates.
Yes.
4 3-pointers so far tonight.
He's got 3 of them so far. He didn't play the third quarter. He's been in this fourth here. He is again.
There's number 4.
Dang, what a shooter.
So Miller ties it up, 33 all. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Shenandoah being patient, looking to drive. Nice find.
Oh, my goodness.
Strong off the glass by Bennett, gets his own board. Shenandoah's content to get back in the set. Shenandoah's done a really good job moving without the ball. We've had several open cutters underneath the bucket. Just haven't converted always on all of them. Lob pass inside, denied there by Winston Troyer. Miller pushes the other way. Ball poked around, kept alive. They're going to get Schwartzentruber stepping out of bounds, trying to keep that ball in. Mason Stotsberry brings it up for the Zeps. Screen down, gets it to Caleb Scott. Looks to swing it. Nathan Van Fleet passes to House. Kate Irvin, top of the key. Zeps again, patient, working the ball around, looking for the open cutter. Tipped away by Troyer. Nice back cut there by Caleb Scott. All tipped around though, through his hands. Garaway will retain possession. That was a good look there by Nathan Van Fleet. Nice cut. Zeps just got to control and finish.
Yep, they're doing really well on the backside, getting open cuts and everything. Just got to be able to catch the ball first before you put the ball in the hole.
Garber brings it up for the Pirates, working on Mason Stotsberry. He's got Miller against Radizak there. Radizak getting in the path of the ball to knock it out of bounds. Garaway will retain possession, take it out underneath.
Seems like they get taller every time they sub somebody in.
They're not lacking for height. They get the ball in to Fisher.
They got turnover.
Good travel. So 4 minutes and 49 seconds left in the ball game, all knotted up at 33 all. Zeps with a chance to take the lead. Mason Stottsbury bringing it up. Calls a set. Got to cut her inside, get it to Radizak. They're looking to enter it into Howes. Nice little shot fake. Miller got a hand on the ball, but Howes powered it away from him. Zeps, good ball movement. Look to get it inside to Kate Irvin. Nice post move. Kicks out to House. Off. House.
Nice
Great
rebound.
hustle.
Oh.
Off the front rim. Ball still alive. Garaway controls, looking to push. Nathan Van Fleet, great anticipation. I don't think Nathan played defensive back in football, but he looked like a safety there. Ball hawking that one to tip it away. Garber looks to inbound for the Pirates. Gets it into Miller. Good for the Pirates to get Miller a look here. This is the ball screen. Miller with penetration. Little right hand scoop. Looks like they're going to get Joel Radizak with the body.
I'm just looking at the roster here. He's only a freshman. That's a pretty good freshman.
Mm-hmm. Miller's done it all here for the Pirates in the, especially in the second half. He's really come alive and picked him up here. Good ball handlers, got a nice shot. He misses the first free throw. Misses the second one as well. Good rebound there by Joel. The Zeps look to push. Just under 4 minutes left in the ball game. Still tied at 33. Zeps looking to get it inside. Alden House posting up. Now Cade Irvin. Yep. They're going to get Miller there with a little love tap on Cade. That's going to send Cade to the line again. Cade makes the front end to the 1-1. Off the front rim for the second. Garber looking to push. Miller with the ball, working on Mason Stottsbury. Shenandoah doing a good job denying the cutters. Shot up and good. Reifenschneider. Garaway with a 1-point lead. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the game. Shenandoah's going to look to spread it out, pass and screen away. Try to find an open cutter. Cade Irvin works inside. Strong take there on Cole Fisher. They're going to get Cole with the foul. Send Cade back to the free throw line. Cade's 7 for 10 so far tonight from the free throw line. Sinks the first one. Off the front rim on the second one. Garber controls, pushing the ball. Garaway has a man ahead. Easy layup up and in there for number 25, Ethan Miller. Getting on top of the Zeps defense. Garaway lead grows to 2. With 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the ball game. Xander Fairchild answers with a 3 from the corner in front of Shenandoah's bench. Zeps take a 1-point lead. Garaway working the ball around, trying to get it inside. Reifenschneider trying to post up on Cade Irvin. There, Garber with a nice little take to the rim off the back of the bucket and in for 2. As we go back and forth with 2 minutes and change left in the 4th quarter. House with the ball on the wing, swinging it to Stotsberry. Comes Shenandoah looking for that high ball screen, pick and roll. Kick to the corner, Fairchild off the rim. Garber with another board. They advance it to Miller, thought about it. Van Fleet picked him up. Miller working on Cade Irvin. Step back 3, off the front rim. Good board there by Mason Stotsberry. So 1:20 left in the ball game. Zeps down 1. Pass inside to Aldenhouse. Keyshawn Miller stripped it away. Coach Van Fleet's going to get a timeout. Huge there for the Zeps. Save the jump ball situation, so they'll retain the possession if another jump ball comes up. The 1:11 we got left. Full timeout, we'll take a short break as well. Awesome. Welcome back here to Shenandoah High School. 1:11 left in the ball game. Pirates hanging on to a 1-point lead. As the 4th quarter winds down here, if you're looking for something to do after the game tonight, stop by First Church of Christ in Caldwell on North Street. They got a live nativity scene. Check out our very own Sean Miller, best shepherd on the block.
Might be the best dressed one.
Zeps get the ball into Mason Stotsberry. Stotsberry getting the Zeps lined up here. Ball tipped there by Garaway. Actually, we're going to say that was out on the Zeps. So the 1:02 left. Garaway's going to bring it up with a 1-point lead. Be interested to see if they try to chew some clock. Zeps extend their pressure. Garber gets to Miller on the wing.
Yeah, Garaway's really extending out the offense to bring the Zeps out. Looking for any kind of backdoor cuts.
Yeah. We're going to get Nathan Van Fleet there with the foul on Reifenschneider.
It'll be in their 1-on-1 now for both teams.
Yep.
Actually, the Zeps will be in 2-shot foul here on the next one.
Reifenschneider to the line for the Pirates. Misses the front end of the 1-on-1. So 34 seconds left. Here come the Zeps, down 1. Cade Irvin, strong take off the side rim. Gathered in by number 20. Amacone. Yep. As Miller looks to bring it up. Nathan Van Fleet, going to get called for the foul in the backcourt. Smart play, 17 seconds left. Going to send Garber to the line for 1-on-1. Garber, I believe, is 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Zeps just down 1 with 17 seconds left to go. For that last possession, there was a little bit rushed. They could have held for a better shot there, worked the ball around. Early on, when they were patient, they get that pass, screen away action. They found their guy inside.
I look forward to Coach Van Fleet probably calling a timeout here in a little bit to set up a certain play.
All right, Garber makes the first one. His First free throw of the night. Give the Pirates a 2-point lead. Garber makes the second. Garber coming through big, late for the Pirates. 3-point lead, 17 seconds left to go.
Full timeout by Shenandoah with 17 seconds. Down 3, you know, Coach Van Fleet will probably be setting up kind of a three-pointer for probably Fairchild or Stottsbury or Van Fleet.
Yeah.
All three of them could do it.
Yeah, Van Fleet's probably had the hot hand tonight. Overall, Xander knocked down a 3 here late. Yeah, look for too little time off the clock first. You know, you don't want to give the ball back to this Garaway team with 10 seconds left on the clock. So maybe look for them to be patient, but look for Garaway to bring some pressure. If they can force that turnover in the backcourt to kind of seal the deal for them.
Garaway will probably contest every three-pointer, you know, without fouling. If they give up an inside shot, I mean, it's only worth 2. They still be up. You know, like you said, you'll probably have some token full court pressure just to slow it down a little bit, run time off the clock so they don't get a good shot.
All right. Here we go. Here come the Zeps and the Pirates. So 17.1 left in the ball game. Nathan Van Fleet's going to take the ball out of bounds.
There's that full court press. And it's just basically shadowing. What they're doing is keeping them in front, not getting behind.
As soon as they got the ball in the inbounds, they broke back to the half court. Xander for
Fairchild.
3. A little long. 5 seconds left. Zeps are going to foul. They're going to send Amacone, to the free throw line.
I tell you, he's had a pretty good game on the boards. I got him for 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yep, he's tall and athletic. Skied for that board there. Alden House was in the vicinity, but Amacone just got up a little bit higher to get that ball. First shot is in. Rattled around for Amacone. As the Pirates have 4-point lead, they'll pull their guys back off the lines. Amacone makes the second.
Shenandoah come down and make it quick. They can get a timeout. And
Kate Irwin lost control of it there to Miller, and that's going to be our ball game, folks. So for JV action, we got the Garaway Pirates 43, Shenandoah Zeps 38. We'll be back with some varsity action shortly. Good evening. We'd like to welcome everybody to Shenandoah High School. We have our 2020 senior night. As we're going to start off with our first senior, Miss Reagan Feldner. Reagan is a varsity cheerleader. She is the daughter of Jason and Jeanette Feldner. She's been cheerleading for 5 years. Her most memorable moment, she couldn't name just one. She would call all her most memorable, but she'll never forget all the wild times getting ready for games in the auditorium for the bus ride to the away games. Her plans for the future is to attend Ohio State University to double major in agri-science education and sustainable plant systems with a specialization in agronomy. Ms. Reagan Feldner. Our next senior is Miss Abby Pepper. Abby is a varsity cheerleader. She is the daughter of Ryan and Jamie Pepper. This is her 4th year cheering. Her most memorable moment was the bus rides with all the girls being loud and making memories. She'll never forget having to listen to Denali sing constantly. It's kind of hard on the ears. But every bus ride while everyone can play nonstop. So then, of course, I decided to join in. Her plans for the future, she'd like to attend Walsh University in the fall, majoring in physical therapy. Then, she plans to return to Noble County to work in the area while still being involved in the farm. Miss Abby Pfeiffer. Our first senior boys basketball player is Kate Demas. Kate is the son of Justin and Morgan Demas. This is Kate's 10th year playing basketball. His most memorable moment is watching his best friends cut down our home court nets last year. Kate's plans for the future: to go attend college for education and come back and teach at Shenandoah High School. Mr. Kate Demas. Our next senior is Christian Dunbar. Christian is the son of Dan and Melissa Dunbar. Christian's played basketball for 10 years for Shenandoah High School. His most memorable moment is getting to spend my years playing with the boys. Christian's plans for the future are undecided. Mr. Christian Dunbar. Our next senior is Mr. Dayton Hill. Dayton is the son of Dana Hill and Julie Presnell. This is Dayton's 10th year playing basketball. His most memorable moment is winning sectionals at home his junior year, watching Clint Wickander slide from the three-point line to steal the ball to win the game at Shadeside. Dayton's plans for the future: to attend college and study athletic training and sports medicine. Mr. Dayton Hill. Our next senior is Mr. Max McVicker. Max is the son of Doreen and RJ McVicker. He's been playing varsity basketball for 4 years. His most memorable moment is spending my high school years with the boys. Max's plans for the future is to go to Ohio University and study medicine. Mr. Max McVicker. Our next senior is Aiden Snyder. Aiden is the son of Mike and Kim Snyder. Been playing basketball for 8 years. His most memorable moment is balling with the boys since middle school. Aiden's plans for the future
Donna. We'll get you, girl.
Awesome. Good evening and welcome to Shenandoah High School. We got a great matchup for you here tonight. Garaway Pirates coming in, battling the Shenandoah Zeps. This is Justin Rich alongside Craig Sebring to call your action tonight. For the Garaway Pirates, they come in tonight 2-3. They were going to start 2 seniors and 3 sophomores. From watching some film on Garaway, they've had multiple people lead them so far this year. Wallach, Logan Yoder, and Alex Roden have all stepped up multiple games this year to lead and carry the way for the Pirates. This is a young team, as you heard there. They got 3 sophomores that are going to play considerable minutes tonight, and they got a couple sophomores that come off the bench. But most of them played last year as freshmen. So they do return some experience for as much youth as they do have. From talking to Coach Smith and Coach Easterling today before the game, they believe that they're going to come out and they're going to try to spread Shenandoah out offensively. They like to shoot the 3. Wallach, he's kind of a big body kid, but he's able to shoot the ball from the outside. But he'll also try to look to maybe post up inside against a little bit smaller Max McVicker for the Zeps. They also like to get it out into transition. 1 through 5 can shoot the ball for the Pirates. You look for them to drive and then kick it out to their shooters on the outside, and they are also very deep. That's one thing that's kind of concerned the Zeps early on their lone loss of the year against Fort Fry. Fort Fry cadets were able to get out and run in transition and wear the Zeps down. And one thing for the Zeps, though, tonight they got going for them, they have the return of 2 returning lettermen in Tice DeVauld and Dayton Hill. So look for them to help add some depth to the Shenandoah bench. And again, for Shenandoah, to reiterate that, this is the first time since June that everyone has been back for the Zeps, coaching staffs and players. Again, Hill is working back into the rotation. He was cleared to come back last week, trying to get his legs under him. Tice DeVauld, he's working on his way back. It's unclear how many minutes Tice will see tonight. Also, this is senior night for the Zeps. Shenandoah has 6 seniors on their roster: Max McVicker, Aiden Snyder, Baylor Wentworth, Cade Dinas, Christian Dunover, and Dayton Hill. So it's going to be a good matchup for the Zeps. For Garaway as well. Garaway so far, again, they're 2-3. Garaway plays a really tough schedule up there in the IVC. They started off the season with a game against Malvern, followed up by another loss against Highland and Ridgewood, and they have a win against Tuscarawas Valley and Claymont. Tusky Valley is a common opponent for the Zeps and the Pirates. The Pirates beat them 63-55, and the Zeps beat them 67-66. So it should be a really good matchup. Again, the Zeps are 5-1. They're 3-1 against teams that are in larger divisions than us, so Division 3 or better. And they're 2-0 so far against IVC teams. You know, these IVC teams, they're juggernauts we see in the postseason. We get to the district finals, we run into Malvern and Highland. Coach Tushy and Coach Slaybaugh up at Highland. You know, I'm sure they're watching this game tonight with interest to see what Shenandoah is going to bring out against this common opponent, Garaway, to see how they line up and see what they do and to really analyze these individual matchups. So again, as I'm here with Coach Sebring, as we called the JV action here before, Coach, what did you see in that first round of action there that you think might translate into the second half?
Well, you know Garaway's going to come out and get in your face, defensive basketball, man-to-man, pressure the ball, try to force turnovers and things like that. Can try to control the boards, take good shots offensively, because that's what the IVC is all about. Pressure the ball, get in your face, do the good the little things to get better. Mm-hmm. The Zeps are going to come out in their traditional, defense. They're going to come out man-to-man to start with, most likely, pressuring the ball, get in their face, looking for all the turnovers, things like that, and then try to, transition into their offense and things like that.
Yeah. All right, we've got about 20 seconds here before we have our national anthem. We're going to take a quick pause, and we'll be back with starting lineups.
for your Shenandoah Zeps, number 1, Christian Donover. Number 10, Cade Davis. Number 22, Baylor Wentworth. Number 33, Grant Stocksberry. And number 41, Max McVicker. The Zeps are coached by head coach Mark Smith and assisted by...
All right, welcome back to Sayersville. Justin Rich and Craig Sebring here, ready to call this game for you guys. We've got the Garaway Pirates visiting Sayersville to square up with the Zeps. Before we tip off here, we might be witnessing some history tonight. Number 1 for the Zeps, Christian Donover, is 11 points away from 1,000 career points. So hopefully Christian gets off to a good start here. Christian controls the tip, looking to attack, pulls it back. To Grant Stotsberry in the corner. Back up to Christian, calls out a set. Enters the ball to Baylor Wentworth. Gets that high ball screen from Cade Dean as they enter it into Max McVicker. Strong off the glass. Board controlled by number 21, Matthew Beachy. As Roden brings it up for the Pirates. This is to his brother, Alex Roden. Beachy penetrates, pulls up. Long board controlled there by Roden. Wallach with the skip pass. Good by number 22, Alex Roden. The Pirates jump off to the early lead.
The Garaways come out in their typical man-to-man, pressuring the ball.
Shenandoah's going to be patient. Gotta work the ball around the outside, get an open cutter. Looks like Garaway has a little bit of a size advantage too, even all their guards are at 6'2". Christian off the mark on his first shot. Controlled by number 23, Brady Roden. Kick to Bickford. Swings it back out to Roden. 3 off by number 4, Bickford. Board by Cade Denis. Christian Donover brings it down for the Zeps. Kicks out to Cade, who looks to drive. Swings his Christian, corner 3. Off the back rim. Push here by the Pirates. Good seal by Wallach inside. Create a nice little lane there for Bickford for the layup.
Garaway out to a quick 4-0 lead here.
Ball inside to Christian. Nice little power move. Oh, can't buy the end one there, but Christian will go to the line for 2. Nice set there by the Zeps to find Christian on the back cut. Foul there by number 23, Brady Roden. First one's good for Christian Donover.
Dayton Hill in the game for Grant Stotsberry.
Christian hits on the second. Shenandoah coming out in a matchup man. Donover's going to pick up Alex Roden. Forced it into the corner to Bickford. It's a nice screen by Wallach. Penetrates. Nice little left-hand scoop for another deuce. Donover looks to push. Gets to Wentworth. Nice little cut there, but poked away by Wallach. McVicker looks to attack. Off on his shot. Controlled there by Matt Beachy. Three short there by Beachy again. Christian pushes. Swings it. Dayton Hill on the wing, who penetrates. Zeps being patient, working around. Ball screens, Wentworth drives baseline. Donover with another strong take. Up and in with the left hand. Another layup for Donover. Cade Denis is going to pick up Brady Roden. Zeps seem to be switching early on these ball screens. Ooh, we got a travel there by Bickford. And I think that's going to work out well for Shenandoah. When you look at this Garaway lineup, they're all about the same height. There's really no mismatch by switching.
No.
All 5 defenders here for the Zeps can play.
Zeps have been doing that a lot this year. They've been switching on every screen and so forth, which, again, they can play anybody, anywhere, so.
Dayton Hill, pump fakes, gets it to Max McVicker. Max comes around the elbow, a little leaner, off the mark. Controlled by number 22, Alex Roden. Good hands by Max McVicker. Max pushes.
And he finishes
Nice
it.
up and in by McVicker. That ties the game up at 6 apiece with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Zeps, Wallach for 3. A little long.
Good box out.
Yeah,
Good box out.
great box out there by Baylor Wentworth. Baylor's dad, Matt, couldn't be here tonight. He's fighting a back injury. Here's because he's grading too many papers.
Yeah,
you know.
doing something, you know.
Around midterms here, so he's curled up in the chair with a heating pad with the dog on his lap. So we're thinking of you, Matt. Wish you could be here if you're enjoying this game. As Christian brings it up for the Zeps. Zeps working around the outside. Christian cooks, pulls up from the three-point line. A little long. Ball coming the other way. Bickford controls. Crosses over, gets in. Looks like they're going to get Baylor Wentworth there with a little shove. Send Zach Bickford for the line for the Pirates. Bickford converts on the first. Actually, they got Cade Denis with that foul.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Coach Smith's kind of wondering what happened there, too, as Bickford makes the second as well. Garaway with a 2-point lead, 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Wentworth left wide open, drives baseline up and in. Nice little lefty finish there off the baseline. Zeps again, picking up man. Garaway, they're trying to work some back screens on the backside to get the baseline cutter open. Ooh. Strong take by Bickford. Misses on the shot. It looked like number 21.
Yep, 21 Matt Beachy.
Beachy cleaned it up for the lay-in. Pass tipped there by number 15, Newsom. Baylor with a step back. Knocks it in. I believe that was 2. Yep, got his toe on the line. Again, knots it back up a 10 apiece, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Garaway coming out with pass and basket cut. Got the ball inside there to Roden. Misses on the first, but converts on his offensive rebound. So we go back and forth here with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Baylor Wentworth with an attack. Dayton Hill for 3. Knocks it in. Dayton Hill, first game back in a while, bring a nice little spark here for the Zeps. Add some length and athleticism. As Garaway answers with 3 of their own. Bickford left open in the wing. Garaway with a 2-point lead, under a minute left in the first quarter. Zeps content to grind some time off the clock. Dunover's got Brady Roden. Zeps going to choose some clock here, try to get the last shot for the quarter. Christian being mindful not to get a count on him. Dayton drives baseline. Yep, everyone
stepped out of bounds. Yep.
So 12 seconds left on the clock. Garaway is going to bring it with a 2-point lead.
Oh.
Shenandoah is going to try to throw a little full court press at him, and a little stoppage in the game there. Allow Coach Rao to pick up on that. So they're going to go back to this full court man. So they're going to drop back to the half court here. High ball screen roll by Wallach. So if you get inside, good defense by Vicker to front and knocked away. Dunover with 1 second. Pulls up, off the front rim. So at the end of one, Garaway Pirates 15, Shenandoah Zeps 13. We'll be back after a short break. All right, welcome back to Shenandoah High School as we begin some second quarter action. Justin Rich and Craig Sebring on the call. Garaway Pirates jumped out to an early lead. Ended the first quarter with a 2-point lead over the Zeps, 15-13. Zach Bickford with a big first quarter for the Pirates. Look to keep it up here in the second. Garaway with the ball to start the quarter. Drive there by number 11, Logan Yoder. Ball swung around, Wallach inside. Nice little up and under. Denis on the basket cut. Dayton Hill's going to work it outside. Baylor Wentworth for three, knocks it in. Big three for Baylor Wentworth.
Again, all the eyes of Garaway is going to be on Christian as he penetrates, and he just kicks it out to an wide open shot. Nice
Christian
defense.
With a nice steal. Christian and Baylor with a fast break. Christian up, gets his own rebound. This is the second. Good board there by Wallach, the big guy. Coming down by Peyton Kime, controlling the point. Swings it to Wallach at the wing. Backside to Kime, thought about it. Step back three. Wow. Rattles in with Peyton Kime. So Garaway up to a 4-point lead. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Strong take there by Dayton. Comes up his own board, up and under for the layup. Good hustle there by Dayton to clean up his miss. Alex Roden bringing it down for the Pirates. Brendan Chapman, number 12, in for the Pirates. Roden, corner three, off.
Good box out by Max Vicker to get the foul on Wallach.
That's what Max is going to have to do. He's a little undersized against Wallach. Wallach's a big body. He's probably got 30, 40 pounds on him. So he's going to have to get good inside position if he's going to keep him off the offense boards. So as we hit the 6-minute mark in the second quarter, Pirates with a 2-point lead. Zeps with the ball, looking inside. Dunover with the back cut. Looks like they're going to get number 22. Alex Roden with the foul. In for the game's number 23, Brady Roden. In for his twin brother, Alex Roden. Enos into McVicker. Zeps don't get the quick hitter. They look to set up the offense. They spread it out. McVicker swings it to Dunover in the corner. Drives baseline. McVicker for three. A little long. Board by Kime, coming the other way. Garaway's looking to slow down the tempo. Brady Roden now at the point, guarded by Christian Dunover. Good hands there by Baylor Wentworth. He's got to recover though. Made it back. Garaway looks to swing the ball. Chapman penetrates. McVicker might have got a handle on that to knock it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Pirates. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Garaway still hanging on to that 2-point lead. Number 20, Drew Mullet into the game for the Pirates. They're looking at good defense there by the Zeps. Coach Smith knew that was coming. He was coaching Max McVicker up. They knew they were going to try to get the ball right back inbounds to Wallach. Max did a great job fronting him. Garaway threw the ball out of bounds. Zep bringing it back. Just under 5 left to go, down 2. Wentworth with a 3, just long. Good hustle there by Max McVicker to keep it alive. Max is going to drive up and under. And they're going to get Wallach with the foul. Good hustle there by McVicker.
That's number 2 on Wallach. The big boys in a little bit of foul trouble here in the second quarter.
And they're talking from Coach Smith early on before the game. He said that would be the matchup. Keep an eye on Max McVicker and Jarrett Wallach. They're similar players, and as far as their game, they both like to play around the basket, but both aren't afraid to shoot the 3. Wallach's a little bigger, but Max is a little quicker, more fleet of foot. As Max converts the second free throw there. Cuts Garaway's lead in half, 20-19. Garaway, handoff to Mullet. Off on the shot attempt. Now I think here, Coach, with Wallach out, look for the Zeps to try to work the ball inside to McVicker in the post.
Well, 15 in there, Garrett Newsom, pretty tall kid. Moved by
yeah, nice little
Baylor
there by Baylor, just misses the mark. Pushed the other way by Bickford.
Dayton Hill with the steal.
Oh, nice pass by Dayton. Oh, that was just a great look ahead by Dayton Hill. There's a little too much sauce on that pass. Baylor couldn't control it. But Garaway will take it out under the opposite basket. Bring it the other way. Bickford gets the ball screen, swings it to Mullet. Number 10, Sam Page in the game, first time tonight for the Pirates. Bickford drives, tied up, kicked out. Brady Roden for 3, misses.
Good out of bounds, yep.
Smart play there by Baylor. Let it go out of bounds. So 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the first half. Garaway 20, Shenandoah 19. They look to get inside into Ficker, but Dayton's going to pull a three and knock it down. Dayton Hill, second three-pointer of the half. Zeps take a 2-point lead. 3 minutes left to go. Again, Garaway looking to get it inside. Cade Dinas fronting there on Sam Page. Denied the ball inside. Garaway continues to keep working around the outside.
They're going to get, got a walk-in on.
Yeah, I tell you, that was good help there.
Yes, it was.
Good team defense there. Cade Dinas and Max McVicker kind of corralled Page there on the post, causing him to force the turnover there.
The Zeps are doing really good switching on everything, whether it's ball screen or away screen, stuff like that. And they're communicating real well right now.
Dayton shoots another one off the front rim. Interesting who this is off on. They're going to say it's off of the Zeps.
With Max, I think, hitting it out on that rebound there.
Yeah. Beachy back in the game for the Pirates and for Drew Mullett. Zeps sticking with the man. Zeps seem to be switching everything, like you said, Coach. They're communicating, and they're not letting anyone get by. There we got a deep three by Beachy, knocks it in. Matt Beachy knocked that one down from Sugar Creek. Christian brings it back the other way. Christian takes, up and in.
Scores.
Give the Zeps back a 1-point lead. Bickford brings it down for Garaway. Working on Cade Dinas. Good hands there.
Yep.
Good
defense. Got for a walk, yep.
Great defense there.
Yeah, they've been working really well on their help defense. Their penetration, their collapsing in, forcing the ball back out, which makes it nice.
Active hands with the hands in the passing lane right there. Baylor got a hand on the ball to try to tie it up, get Beachy off balance, and gets the turnover. Scramble drill there. McVicker comes up with it and gets the elbow jumper. Shenandoah with a 3-point lead. Minute 10 left to go. And I would say the first time tonight there's a little miscommunication there on the Zeps on a switch. However, the ball finds the hole there in Beachy's hands. It goes out of bounds. Into the game, Aiden Snyder for the Zeps for Max McVicker. Give Max a blow here with 1:03 left before the half. You heard Coach Smith say just one shot here. Zeps with a 3-point lead, under a minute left to go here. Getting good patience by the Zeps to work the ball around, meet the passes. Just over 20 seconds left to go in the half. Zeps with a 3-point lead. $12 seconds left. They're going to look to get it back into Dunover's hands. Cade Dinas drives baseline. Flip layup.
Snyder
Aiden
up.
Snyder. Everyone get a block there by number 12, Chapman. There with a heave there at the half. Off the mark. So at the end of 2 quarters, a great ball game so far. Shenandoah up 3, 26-23. We'll take a short break and we'll be back in a moment. All right, welcome back to Shenandoah High School. 2 minutes left before second half action starts. First half ended Shenandoah Zeps with a 3-point lead, 26-23 over the Garaway Pirates. It was a back and forth half. Both teams wanted to get up and down, really trying to work the ball inside. I think maybe the turning point late in the second quarter was Garaway's big man, Jarrett Willett, got in a little bit of foul trouble and went to the bench, and then Shenandoah kind of pulled away late there. Coach, you got some stats here for us from the first half?
For Garaway, I got Zach Bickford leading the way with 9 points, and all 9 was in the first quarter. He didn't do anything hardly in the second. And then we have Matt Beachy in the second with 5 points. For the Zeps, I have Dayton Hill being the leading scorer with 8, Baylor Wentworth with 7, Christian Dunover with 6, and Max McVicker with 5. I think the main key to this first half is that Garaway, I had him with 7 turnovers to Shenandoah's 2. So I think that's where the big things come in, because there's not been a lot of rebounds.
No.
Not been a lot of rebounds. Been up and down, ball pressure on both sides, forcing some things to happen. A lot of missed shots and everything, but again, the more pressure you put on people, they're not going to take, the perfect shots and everything. So
yeah, I'm anxious if Garaway comes out and tries to press here any of the second half. That's kind of been Shenandoah's bugaboo here past couple games. The Fort Fry game, the Caldwell game gave them a little bit of fits. See if Coach Rao comes out with some of that for the Zeps. Again, the Zeps have played well here so far. Really haven't forced anything. Again, Dayton's been a nice little spark for the Zeps. So we'll see if they can come out here and finish this game the way that Coach Smith wants them to. And I know talking to Coach Smith before the game, he really thought the keys to this was he was anticipating Garaway throwing some different defenses at us, so being able to recognize those little disguises, throwing some traps in here and there into the dead spots. Again, contesting the shooters. We've seen that early on. There were some guys, Bickford, Beachy, some guys shooting some threes that maybe weren't on the scouting report. Knowing these IVC teams, all these guys can shoot. And last is handle that pressure.
Yep.
I think Coach Smith knew, if we get down to the last couple minutes here and the pressure turns on, how are we going to handle that pressure?
And that's the way the IVC schools are. They put the pressure on you man to man. They force you to make the turnovers, or they may force you to make good shots. So
Zeps can start with the ball to start the second half. Dunover at the top of the key, getting into a set, enters the ball to Cade Dean at the wing. Cut by McVicker. Dunover swings it to Hill. Gets it back to Cade Dinas. Jab steps. And being patient. Trying to find the open cutter. Ooh, Wallach. That didn't take long for him to pick up his third foul.
Nope. Here comes Garrett Newsom.
Yep.
They're not losing much height. He's 6'2".
Yeah. Dunover, top of the key, working on Brady Roden. Swings it to Cade. Back to Christian. Ball inside. Dayton Hill. Mac McVicker crashes the board. Real strong one is put back. Comes the other way. Beachy. Penetration by Roden. Nice find to Bickford. Back to Roden. Newsom inside.
Gonna get McVicker on a foul and a reach in.
That's Max's first of the game. Newsom converts on the first. Long on the second. Dayton Hill with a one-handed board. Looking to push. Dayton tried to get the skip pass across to Max. Intercepted there by Beachy.
Good hand by Baylor.
Yep. Kept alive by Bickford. Nice contest there by Cade Dinas at the rim. Shot missed there. Garaway coming the other way. Deep three by Beachy off. Dunover with the board. Dunover thought he had McVicker for a moment. Hill with the handoff to Dunover. Gets the call from Coach Smith over at the bench. Shenandoah gets in their set. Dunover working on Roden. Poked away there, but they're going to get Brady Roden the reach in. Roden's second of the game. Team second. Now Shenandoah's going to look, pass and screen away, get some basket cuts. McVicker, pass tipped away by Beachy, passed ahead to Newsom. Nice reverse layup. The senior, Garrett Newsom with the layup. Wentworth with the handoff to Dunover. Max going to give Christian the ball screen and roll. Pass inside. Good hustle there by Max to keep the ball alive. Baylor tried to drop it inside to K. Dinas. Ball poked away. Good recovery. Baylor made up for it there with a great hustle. Zeps going the other way. Tied up. 4 minutes, under 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Baylor with three. A little strong. They're going to get Max with a little over the back foul there. Looks like Coach Smith for the Zeps is going to take a 30-second timeout, but we'll stay with you here. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our game sponsors, Crum Richard Insurance, Caldwell Food Center, Braden Meds and Gillespies Drugs, RJ's Cafe, Wings Etc., Dandy Beef Company, and Holly Ann Photography. So, Coach, what adjustments do you think Shenandoah is going to come out and make now that they've kind of seen what Garaway is going to do here defensively, how they're kind of denying everything, they're extending their pressure? What adjustments do you think they're going to make?
Well, they're going to have to move a little bit better. They're going to have to do some more back cuts and everything, set better screens. I mean, Brady Roden is doing a heck of a job against Christian. Christian's trying to get open, and it's hard for him to get open. So they're going to have to set better screens and stuff for him and for the other ones to get open. And when they do, they're going to have open shots. They just got to take care of the basketball. We're starting to turn the ball over a little bit too much and everything, forcing things. So,
yeah, as you mentioned earlier before the half, we had that turnover differential, but now it's creeping in. It looks like we got five to their 8 turnovers so far throughout 3 quarters. As Garaway brings it up here. Shenandoah sticking with this half-court man defense.
And both defenses are about the same. I mean, they're in their face, you know, switching, helping, you know, this and that. They just got to go after the boards.
Newsom with a strong rebound at the bucket. Ripped it away from McVicker and got it up and in for 2. As Garaway takes a 2-point lead with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Nice back cut, but tipped away by Newsom. Bickford being aggressive. Newsom thought about the 3, drives. Good defense there by Max McVicker. Board by Grant Stottsbury. Christian pull up from just inside the 3-point line. Offensive board by K. Dinas. Ball finds its way back around top of the key to K. Dinas. Cade works on Alex Roden. Ball stripped away by Bickford. Bickford misses the layup. They're going to get Baylor Wentworth with the foul. So Bickford to the line for 2.
Quick shout out to Donna Ray and Brad Snyder for doing an excellent job, you know, with the floor and the maintenance and everything around here during the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that keeps this place looking great. Our maintenance staff's top notch. You know, this gym is impeccable. Bickford misses the first, sinks the second. They're going to get subs here for Garaway. Peyton Kime coming in for the Pirates. Garaway spreading this to a 3-point lead. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Christian wants the high ball screen. Zeps working some ball handoff, getting the high elbow screen. Dunover, let's take, baseline, nice little shot fake up and in for another 2. Zeps being patient, finding their shots.
Ooh, that was nice defense. That's only Christian's first. Team fourth.
All right, Garaway will take the ball out. Getting it to Brady Roden in the backcourt, working on Cade Dinas. Cade's going to apply a little pressure, try to get a count. Baylor Wentworth guarding Kime, but applying some pressure at the top of the key. Nice help there. They got Zeps got to recover. As they do nicely. Get back to their matchup man.
Again, good communication to help, you know. They're doubling
nice
here.
Trap, yeah.
Good communication to find a different person when they need to.
Zeps doing a good job listening to Coach Smith from the bench there. He wanted that trap when Bickford got it in the corner there. Baylor coming over to help Cade. Kime working around, swinging it to Logan Yoder. Gets it back to Bickford.
Looks like they're trying to take some time off the clock here with the 1-point lead in the third quarter here. Any kind of roll to the bucket or anything they'll find.
And Zeps are starting to extend some pressure again. I think Coach Smith wants them to get up, at least to get a count going. Again, look here for Shenandoah, maybe to have a little jump trap. As Garaway's trying to lull them to sleep here. Just a minute 17 left in the third quarter. Dayton Hill, a little too aggressive. Gonna get him with the reach in. Dayton's first foul of the game. 15 foul though.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yep, minute 14 left, and if Garaway's going to try to play this keep away game, put him to the free throw lines. Not good. Here comes Alex Roden working on Dunover. Under a minute left in the third quarter. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what Shenandoah has to do. They can't gamble, just be patient. Apply just enough pressure to cause Garaway to make that mistake. All right, 50 seconds left. Dunover crosses the half-court line, down 1. Look for the Zeps to try to give Garaway a taste of their own medicine, playing a little bit of keep away. Try to play for 1. Garaway with takeaway, number 22, Alex Roden. Got his mitts on it to knock it away. As they find Newsom inside for the layup, 8 seconds left. Dunover looks up the clock, looks to push, advances it to Baylor Wentworth. Step back 3, gets it!
Oh, it's a 2.
Ah, they're going to say his foot's on the line. Good awareness by Baylor to know what time was left on the clock to knock down a shot right at the buzzer. So, all right, so after 3, Garaway Pirates 31, Shenandoah Zeps 30. We'll take a short break and we'll be back. All right, we're back at Shenandoah High School. Justin Rich alongside Craig Sebring call this last quarter of action. Garaway Pirates have a 1-point lead over the Shenandoah Zeps, 31-30. So, Coach, after that third quarter there, I think you and I talked in the break, turnovers, big difference, right?
Yes, big difference. Shenandoah had many turnovers the third quarter as they did the first half.
Yeah,
so
Shenandoah had 4 turnovers in quarters 1 and 2, and they had 4 in the third quarter alone. So look for Coach Smith to have got some guys there in the huddle and come out and play a little tighter here in the.
Looks like Shenandoah's coming out in like a 3-2 zone trap.
Yeah, they're trapping.
They're pressuring the ball. Yeah, but the foul trouble's going to get them because they're in 6 fouls right now as a team. So.
Yeah, looks like Coach Smith's going to go back to man now. Look for maybe to try to mix it up on Garaway a little bit here. Here goes some make-miss defense. Show them something they haven't seen yet tonight. As Bickford brings it across, working on Cade Dinas. Gets it to Kime. Baylor works down, plays great defense. Wallach back in for the Pirates. Wallach's been in foul trouble all night. I believe he has 3 personal fouls so far. Shot up and out.
Bickford.
Yep, great box out there by McVicker to keep Wallach off the glass. Dunover's going to look to attack and be aggressive. Oh, nice move. Oh, can't get it to drop, though. There was 5 blue jerseys in the paint. They thought Christian was going to do that little spin and kick. He spin, nice little left hand, but just rolled out. That foul was on Zach Bickford, his 2nd of the game. Only Garaway's 3rd team foul.
Shooters roll on that one.
Yep. Christian finds the first one. And Christian's shooting almost 75% from the season from the free throw line. By far the best for the Zeps. Nothing but net on the 2nd.
And Zeps with the 1-point lead. Now we'll see how Garaway is going to attack this. They're going to try to stall the ball, or they're going to go for a score here.
Shenandoah going back to the man defense. Bickford for 3. Long.
And out.
Board by Beachy. Dayton Hill with the contest. Good defense there. Not commit the foul. And they're going to get Wallach. That's going to be his 4th personal foul. With 6 minutes and 44 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Wow. That's huge.
Coach Rouse keeping him in the game right now. So
looks like he's going to the bench. Looks like
Newsom again.
Yeah, Newsom coming to the table.
But if they attack him and get his 5th before he leaves, I mean, that'd be the key.
Shot up. Off by Hill. Aggressive move by Roden. Little left-hand floater in. Dunover looking to push. Gets into the chest. He scoops and he drops. Christian Dunover with another bucket. And I believe
that's 12 for him.
Yeah. So that's Christian Dunover's 1,000th point. Actually, 1,001.
Yep. Yeah, Beachy's got some range, so they got to be aware of where he's out on the 3-point line.
And there he is. Oh, off there. Wide left as Dayton looks to push, gets head to Cade. Nice find to Baylor Whitworth. Great ball movement there by the Zeps to look ahead. Good aggressive offense there by the Zeps. It looks like Garaway's going to take a full timeout. We'll stay with you here. Yeah, that was Baylor. Or I'm sorry, that was Christian Dunover's 1,001 point.
Yep.
So now he joined some pretty elite company in Shenandoah history, along with Roger Warner, Jerry Surdy, Rocky Heddleson, and Jed Stevens, and that 1,000-point club.
I was fortunate enough to coach 2 of those guys, Rocky and Jed, and I know how much it takes to score and everything. And kudos to Christian, doing it pretty much in 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and Christian's a great kid. I had the pleasure of coaching Christian a little bit as a freshman. He played up. I'll never forget the freshman PVC championship game. We were down at Fort Fry, and Christian just showed up out of the blue. He didn't ride with the team down on the bus. He came with his parents, and he asked if he could sit on the bench, cheer his guys on.
That's good.
And we got pictures, afterwards with the trophy, and, Christian was just down hey, get in the picture, man. You were here. You cheered these guys on the whole way.
He's part of the team. He's part of the team, even though he's moved up and everything. And that's one thing. He is a team player.
Yeah.
He looks for other people, and he also tries to get his shots. So, congratulations to him.
Yeah.
And especially his family and everything, been following him all over the place and all the different places they go, up to Akron to that basketball camp or whatever they have up there. So.
And all the former players have played with Christian, supported him, and Christian's a winner. He has a 73% win percentage as a varsity basketball player, and that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Kudos to Christian. I'm sure all he wants now, though, is the W. The Zeps have a 3-point lead with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the in the game.
Better find Beachy. There he is.
Dayton picks him up. He picked up the ball. Dayton applies pressure. Kicks it out to Roden. Roden to Roden. Into Beachy. Shenandoah's play smart. Don't gamble. We don't want to commit a foul now because I'll send Garaway to the free throw line. They're trying to get the ball inside to Roden against Wentworth. Good help by Mac Vicker to switch back. There,
ooh, nice
Dayton
steal.
With the steal. Dayton with a nice take. Good hustle by Baylor Wentworth. We're going to get a jump ball under the Shenandoah's bucket. Shenandoah's going to retain possession. Huge sequence there for the Zeps. Could have got the layup. However, they missed. But still, heady play by Baylor to get a hand on the ball, knock it out, get the jump ball situation. So now Shenandoah with the possession under their own bucket. 4 minutes and 23 seconds, up 3. Nice pass inside to K. Dinas. And they're going to get Beachy, I believe, with the foul. Send K. Dinas to the free throw line.
Coach is over there stressing. Nice little pump fake would have been nice. Nice little pump fake.
Yeah, he's coaching Dayton up over there. And again, it's early. This is Dayton's first game back in several weeks. Cade misses the first. Cade's a 45% free throw shooter for the season.
Wallach's coming back in the game now.
Yep. So 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. Jarrett Wallach, the big guy, the big sophomore for the Pirates, back in the game with 4 fouls. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Smith looks to attack him. Cade misses on the second. Rebound by Brady Roden. Good hands by Dayton Hill. Caden, see if he has that jump stop. Not. Wisely pulls it out. Nice dish inside from Cade Dinas into Max McVicker for the lay-in. Shenandoah blowing this out to a 5-point lead with under 4 minutes left to go.
And that's one good attribute about Cade. He may not be the main scorer, but he does all the little things.
Yeah.
He guards their best ball player. He makes the passes, He boxes out. He does everything else.
Yeah.
And that's what you want on the team.
Yeah, and Cade's a pass first kind of guy. And when he plays with a lot of other smart ball players like what we got on this team here, he finds the open guy. And right there, he found Max wide open. Max converts to the easy layup. So Garaway with the bucket on their end cuts to a 3-point lead. Under 3.5 left to go. Shenandoah 38, Garaway 35. Dayton with the take, kicks out to Cade Denis, who's going to pull the three off the front rim. Bickford brings to Roden. Skip to his brother for three. Off. Wallach with the big rebound. Beachy for three. Strong, good box out there by Max. Wallach wasn't risking another foul there. Max had great position. Look to see if they attack Wallach now. Under 3 minutes left to go. Ooh, nice cut by Baylor Wentworth. Max missed him there. They got to keep it up. That's going to be there.
The key thing with the Zeps right now, they want to take some time off the clock, but they also don't want to, you know, try and make it turnovers or anything like that.
Yeah, they've caught Garaway a couple times. Garaway's watching the ball and not their man. Baylor went with a great back cut there. McVicker didn't see him. They got to keep that up. Nice little lob entry to Dayton Hill. Collision there with Beachy. They're going to get Beachy with the foul. So that's, I don't know if that's Garaway's, must be Garaway's sixth team foul.
Looks like Coach Rao's going to take a timeout.
Yep. 30 seconds. We'll stick with you here. So, yeah, so both teams now with 6 team fouls. Shenandoah with a 3-point lead. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the game. That's only Beachy's first foul of the game.
That's going to come down to free throws.
Yeah.
That's the key, you know.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll be before much longer. Garaway is going to come out with a little more pressure, maybe something full court. And then, yeah, you're going to get into some trap situations, some foul situations, and Shenandoah's got to convert. Shenandoah as a team this year, not the greatest from the free throw line, shooting under 60%, 57% for the season. So Christian Dunover leads the team at 75%, and then Baylor Wentworth and Grant Stotsberry are both shooting 50% from the free throw line. So if it comes down to free throw shooting, Shenandoah is going to have to step up and make some shots. Cade Denis going to inbound to the Zeps. Little quick hitter to Cade Denis. Nice blow. Beachy got the ball, but they're going to get him with the body. He kind of came over top of Cade. That was a great play there by the Zeps.
Yes, it was.
A little give and go action. Max with a nice feed to his fellow senior Cade Denis. Again, Cade to the stripe. First one falls. Again, yeah, Cade a 45% free throw shooter for the season. 1 for 3 for the night. Makes the second huge. And that also that's going to put Shenandoah in the bonus from here on out.
Coach Smith took a 30-second timeout.
So I'm sure he's anticipating he's going to come out in something maybe a little bit different here defensively. But for him, maybe against Caldwell last week, that 3-quarter court, 1-2-2 zone, just to create tempo, the tempo we want. We don't want to get up and down. We got to get out on the shooters, but I don't know if we'll have that soft zone back to a matchup man, because you got to know where these guys are at.
Right.
Wallach can shoot the 3. Beachy can shoot the 3. Logan Yoder, he's not in the game right now, but he's a guy that's talking pregame. He can knock down some shots. So look for Shenandoah to maybe throw a wrinkle here.
And as the leader of this team, you know, Christian Dunover's got to step up and go after the ball when he kind of rebound, go get it, because he is the best free throw shooter.
Yeah.
You want the ball in his hands, so if they do start fouling, that's who we want. So
that might have been what. Oh, good hands by Baylor Wentworth. Good hustle.
Good hustle.
Zeps recover. Great communication by the Zeps. Not give up the easy one there.
And good recovery defensively. Look at this.
Roden from the corner. Off. Bickford with the board. Off as well. Great box out there by Max McVicker to get it to Christian Dunover. Under 2 minutes left. Zeps up 5. And here we go. The Zeps are going to try to grind some time off this clock, and they're going to want the ball to be in Christian's hands. So if we do go to the free throw line,
people are open. You know, we just got to get our heads up.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the same situation with Caldwell and the same with Fort Fry. We're in the same thing. We got the little lead with a minute 30 left.
Yeah.
We got to take care of the basketball.
And one thing that I think is great about this team, something Coach Smith does really well, after that Fort Fry game, Shenandoah didn't handle that pressure very well. So he came out the next night, he'd have his 5 varsity guys out there against 8 JV defenders. Yep. And so they're hacking, they're all over them. And so just getting used to handling that pressure, making good decisions. So and here,
Cade Dean is going to the line.
Yep, and here,
shooting a 1-on-1.
Coach Rao wanted the foul there on Cade. Again, Cade's sub 50% free throw shooter.
Beachy's got to be aware. He's got 3 on him now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of their main scorers, so some of the other ones are going to have to step up and pressure.
Yep. Cade 1 for 4 for the night, shooting 1-and-1 here. Cade, the senior, knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. Give the Zeps a 6-point lead with 1:23 left. Cade off on the second. Board by Roden. Pirates are looking to push. Shenandoah's got to be ready to extend out on the shooters. Comes Beachy through the elevator screen. Off the rim. Good board by Max, and wisely gets it right back in the hands of Christian Dunover.
Watch it, they're going to probably jump here in a second. That's what they're asking for.
Yep. So they don't want to foul Christian here, knowing he's the best free throw shooter. Nice time out there by Coach Smith.
Yep.
55 seconds left. Yep.
He wants to get the ball in his shooter's hands here. He's going to make up some plays here.
Yep. That's a full timeout. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with you in a moment. All right, welcome back to Shenandoah High School. 55 seconds left in the ball game. Shenandoah 41, Garaway Pirates 35. Zeps with the ball, going to inbound it. Cade Dean is taking it out for the Zeps. Lobbing it into Christian Dunover.
Ooh.
They're going to,
get a foul on Alex Roden.
Yep.
It's going to be the Garaway's 9th. So Zeps will be in 2-shot foul from now on. And here comes Beachy and Wallach.
Wallach back in a little offense, defense, because, they're both in foul trouble at the moment. Yep, Baylor Wentworth to the line, a 50% free throw shooter for the season. Baylor's a good shooter. He hasn't had many attempts yet. He's only 6 for 12. Finds the bottom on the first one. Shenandoah smartly backs off the line.
I can see him doing a little bit of shadow defense here, bringing it down, slowing him down a little bit.
Baylor sinks the second one.
There it is, a little half, 3/4.
Yep, got to recover on Bickford there. Out of control, Wallach inside, gets a lay-in. Coach Rouse going to take a timeout.
Again, 42 seconds left. Zeps are up 43-37.
Yep, and here's some subs.
Offense, defense, like you said, yeah.
Newsom and McMay Roden checking back in. I'm sure Wallach and Beachy's coming out. This is going to come down to the last couple possessions. We know that Shenandoah has shown in the past, again, that Fort Fry game we keep bringing up. I'm sure that's a lot of coaches saw that film, and Shenandoah, wanting to be a playoff team, looking like a playoff team. Teams are going to try to figure out what the weakness is. And ball handling early on has kind of been the weakness. But so far tonight, Christian Dunover's been the man. He's kind of took over. You and I were just talking to that last break. When there's a defensive rebound, Christian sprinting to that guy and getting the handoff. Like, he's not risking anything. We talked about that when you and I both coached. we tell our guards to meet the ball.
Yes.
Go get it.
Yeah, especially with him being the best free throw shooter. Go get the ball, because if we're going to foul somebody, you want to be the one being fouled.
Yep.
You want the ball in your hands when it's crunch time, and he's the type of person that wants the ball. So.
Yep. So with 42 seconds left in the game.
Looks like they're coming out to like a diamond press here. Going to trap first pass. See if the Zeps can break it here.
Yep. Oh, no one's deep on Mac McVicker, but they didn't see him. All right, so it looks like they're going to send Dayton Hill to the line, foul on Bickford.
He'll be two-shot foul from now on for the Zeps.
Yep. Again, Dayton's only played in 2 games so far this year. He was 1 for 3 from the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots here. Makes the first one. Push this to a 7-point lead for the Zeps.
Coach Smith's bringing all the Zeps off the line, so no cheap fouls or anything here. 40 seconds left.
Dayton knocks the second one. Dayton, his debut after a little hiatus, has played big here for the Zeps tonight. Big contributor. And the Zeps showing a little bit of zone here. Not one to give up anything easy, extending. Beachy for a deep 3. Wallach keeps it alive. Max McVicker.
Nice start.
Smartly.
Nice smart.
Yep. Played smart. Just kind of boxed out Beachy from getting his own rebound again there.
Again, offense for defense.
Yep, so 22 seconds left. Shenandoah up 8. Good, now looks like Garaway's coming out in a man. Full court press. He's fronting Christian Dunover there. He looks for Christian to get a little lob there. Christian's going deep. Ball is tipped, but Christian still comes up with it. Christian's going to dribble this out for 18 seconds. They're going to have to foul him. Yep. There we go with 14 seconds left in the ball game. We'll send Dunover to the line. That foul's on Alex Roden, his 3rd of the game. Christian sinks another one. Christian's 13th point of the game.
Bringing in some height there.
Yep. It's like Coach Smith's going to go to this bench. He's going to get his seniors out on senior night. Tell you what, these guys have played a great game. All of them. All of them. One's coming out right now. Max played big inside against Wallach. Had a tough matchup. Dayton Hill, first game back after a little hiatus there. Huge contributor offensively. Baylor stepped up, had some hustle plays defensively. Cade Dinas drew a tough matchup defensively against both the Roden twins. And Christian Dunover splashes it in, his 14th point of the ball game, and he's going to come out.
Perfect at the line tonight, 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Exactly what you want your leader to be.
And Christian's met with some love at the bench from his teammates. Didn't get to celebrate his 1,000th point as he'd normally like to, but I'm sure he's more tickled with the win tonight. Bickford with the deep 3, rattles it in, 7 seconds left. Mason Stotsberry looking to push. This is Cade Irvin to Aiden Snyder. He's going to hold on to it, and the Zeps are going to come out of here with the win. And it goes in at the buzzer, but I think that was maybe after.
That was after.
They're not going to give it to
they're
the
not
man.
going to give the old man, yeah.
So, all right, so that's our ball game, folks. 47-40. We'll take a quick break, and we'll get back with stats here in a moment. We'll stay on here. Yeah.
When Christian Dunover scored his 12th point of the game, senior Christian Dunover surpassed 1,000 points for his career. Congratulations to Christian, his family, teammates, past and present.
Awesome accomplishment for this young man. As we went on, Christian's a great kid. He's a great student. His team's happy for him. Coach Smith sang his praises before the game. He's a team player, and he's the kind of guy you want. And this is a young season for Christian. Shenandoah's had a history here of making some playoff runs. The all-time scoring record is held by our own Jed Stevens at 1,278, which is in reach.
Oh, yes, it is. He's got a lot of games left, and him averaging around 20 points a game now. I mean, anything's possible here towards the end of the season, especially if they get a couple games or a couple wins in the tournament. Go pretty far. So
congratulations to the Zeps. Congratulations to Christian Dunover. We're going to sign off here from Sayersville. Craig Sebring, Justin Rich. Have a good night. We won't see anybody till after Christmas, so Merry Christmas to all.
Yep.
And be safe.